Welcome to the channel, guys. Today I want to talk about something I keep noticing with technology, especially as I get older. A lot of the tech industry still talks like everybody using the product is 28 years old, has perfect knees, no paperwork, no aging parents, no kids needing anything, no doctor portals, no passwords that stop working for no reason, and somehow remembers every appointment without writing it down, which is nice for them. But I don't live in that world, and maybe you don't either. At this stage of my life, the question I have for technology is not, can this amaze me? It's more like, can this help me not drop something important? Can it help me remember the thing I promised somebody I would do? Can it help me notice a health pattern before it becomes a crisis? And can it help me stay independent a little longer without pretending that I'm still 25? That is a different question. And I think it matters because a lot of us in my generation are entering this strange overlap season where we're old enough to be thinking seriously about retirement, but not necessarily retired. We may still be working hard. We may still have kids in college or almost in college. We may be helping parents or thinking about helping parents, or realizing that we are becoming the people our kids will eventually worry about. So when I see stories about age tech or AI health tools or smart home devices that help people live independently longer, I pay attention now in a way I probably would have not done 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I may have thought, that is for old people. Now I think, okay, define old, because old sneaks up on you in weird little ways. It's not always dramatic. Sometimes it's just standing in the carport trying to remember why you were out there in the first place, or needing reading glasses for reading. And the thing I'm trying to sort out is this. There is a way to use technology that preserves agency, and there's a way to use technology that slowly takes agency away. That's the line that I'm interested in. A handrail helps you climb stairs. It doesn't climb the stairs for you. That is the kind of technology I want more of. Not technology that makes every decision. Not technology that turns life into a dashboard and then tells me to optimize my hydration like I'm a houseplant with Bluetooth. I mean tools that give support at the exact point where support helps. A reminder that catches the appointment before I miss it. A smart home sensor that helps an older parent live safely at home without turning the house into a surveillance bunker. That stuff is not flashy, but it may be the kind of stuff that actually matters now. So I saw a piece this week about age tech and the possibility of helping people grow old at home. I also saw AI news about systems that can remember objects in a physical space, the kind of thing that might someday help a robot or a home system know where everything is. But underneath the hype, there is a real question. What kind of help are we willing to accept before life forces us to accept it? That's where it gets really uncomfortable. Because a lot of us were trained to be self-sufficient. That's how we grew up. We were latchkey kids. We figured things out. We made our own snacks. We learned independence early. And that independence is a strength. But independence can turn into stubbornness if we're not careful. There is a difference between saying, I can do hard things, and saying, I should never need help. The first one is resilience. The second one can get you hurt. That is true with health. It's true with money. It's true with retirement planning, and it's true with family responsibilities. And it's absolutely true with technology. If I refuse every tool because I do not want to look old, I may end up making life harder for the people around me. And that's the part that we don't always say out loud. Sometimes accepting a little help is not weakness. It's stewardship. It is saying, I want to stay useful. I want to stay present. I want to keep my promises. I want to reduce the chaos I hand to my family. That's absolutely different than giving up. I think this is where people our age actually have an advantage if we approach it honestly. We've lived through enough technology cycles to know where the first version usually is a little weird. We remember when every device needed its own cable, its own software, and its own emotional support group. We know that new does not automatically mean good. We've also lived through enough life to know that refusing help has a cost. So maybe the question is not, should I use AI? Maybe the question is, where is my life asking for a handrail? Where do I keep stumbling? Where do I keep forgetting? That's a problem that I have all the time. Where do I keep making the same decision over and over again? And where does my family keep paying for my lack of a system? Where am I pretending that something is fine because I don't want to admit that it's actually getting harder? I think those are better questions. And they're not just technology questions, they're aging questions. And they're humility questions. Because if I can use a tool to organize medical notes before an appointment, that is not me becoming less human. That is me showing up better. If I can use a reminder system so I don't miss something my family needs, that's not weakness. That's responsibility. And if I can use AI to explain a retirement document before I talk to a professional, that's not replacing wisdom, that's preparing to ask better questions. If I can set up a home device that helps someone stay safe without taking away their dignity, that might be love expressed through wiring and a slightly annoying app. The key is choosing the tool for the burden, not choosing the burden because the tool exists. That's where I think a lot of tech goes wrong. It creates a problem and then it sells us the solution, then sends a notification reminding us to upgrade the solution to the problem it created. I'm interested in the thing that helps us with the problem in the afternoon, where somebody needs a ride, a dog has an appointment, and you're trying to remember if you paid the bill or you just thought about paying the bill. That is where useful technology earns its place, not in a keynote. It's the ordinary pressure of real life. So maybe for this season, the challenge is simple. Don't chase every shiny thing, but don't reject every new thing either. Look for handrails. Look for the tools that help you carry responsibility without turning your life over to a machine. Look for the places where a little support now might protect a lot of independence later. And maybe be honest enough to admit that needing help is not the same thing as being helpless. And that's what I've been thinking about lately. I'd love to hear what you think. Is there a tool, AI or not, does it actually help you stay more independent or less overwhelmed? Or is there one that you tried that just made everything more complicated? Leave me a note in the comments. Thanks for listening.